5 behind 33 and a career-high tying 7 made threes from Kawhi Leonard. The Clippers have now won 8 of their last 9 at home, and they have won 18 straight at home against the Wizards. They finished the 2-game homestand 2-0, and now they'll go back out on the road to see Toronto on Friday, Washington on Monday, and Chicago on Tuesday. We will wait to see who's going to join us on the headset. Yannick Conan-Niederhauser, impressive today. He daps up Keyshawn George, 2 of 4 players all time to be drafted out of Switzerland in the NBA. Miller and George are now going to do a jersey swap. So Yannick, 16 points today, 7 for 7 from the field. Meanwhile, Keyshawn, 23 points today. Good night to be a Swiss player and some history as they exchange uniforms. Yannick turns the jersey over. They get their photo. Yannick will walk over to us. Clippers got 38 points from their bench today. 6 players in double figures. Everyone who played scored. Once again, they hold an opponent to under 30% from 3. Wizards shot 26.3%. Justine Jones going to hand the headset over to Yannick. Yannick, you got us? Oh. You got us? We can't hear you. Maybe. Yannick. All right.
Maybe he's got to go by Conan.
Yannick Conan-Niederhausen? Hello? Oh, we can't hear you. That's all right. If you can hear us, you're good to go. Yeah, we can't hear you. I don't know if you can hear us. Yeah, you're all good. All right. We tried. Technology happens. Clippers win 119-105 as they take down the Wizards here at Intuit Dome. Clips have won 8 of their last 9 in this building. We'll be back for more with Adam Oslin. Yeah! Coming up next on the Clippers Audio Network.
That felt like sarcasm.
It wasn't.
I'll check bench stats for Friday, but I don't know where to find them other than going game by game for 40. So I can't do that in 2 minutes, unfortunately.
No. So fair.
Yeah, guys, that could have been better. But they still won, 11 of 13. They played with their food a little bit too much. Thank you. No disrespect to Washington, but that's where they're at right now. That third quarter.
At least we didn't have to say we did the same thing twice.
So Joey Kimball had this stat earlier, and he didn't want to give it to us in case it happened.
No, that's a scary note card.
So the largest blown lead in franchise history by the Clippers was 24 points to Washington on November 20th of 2018. That was also their last loss to Washington. They were up by 24, and it was down to a 1-point game in the third quarter here. And Joey had this stat, and he was probably sweating on it, like, I don't know. I hope this doesn't come true again. The last time they lost to Washington, they blew a 24-point lead. They were up by 24 in this game. It was down to 1 in the third quarter. That would have been scary. But it ended well. Raymond says, thanks, Joey. He didn't say it on the broadcast to not jinx it. So that could have been the difference. That was not the prettiest. Where are my friends? Oh, I'll be right back. Can you extend this by commercial, Daniel? You owe us.
We'll get it. Yes. Carla's going to do it.
We welcome you back to Intuit Dome. Carlo Jimenez stepping in for Adam Mosley. Clippers get a win 119-105 over the Washington Wizards. Impressive stuff by the Clips. They get 33 from Kawhi Leonard, 14 in the fourth quarter. He matched this season high with 7 threes, kind of put his foot down for the Clips to help them come away with a big victory in this one. Clippers got contributions from everybody tonight. 33 from Kawhi, 11 from Kobe Sanders, 11 from Brook Lopez, 22 from James Harden. Nico Batum had 9 off the bench, 16 from Yannick Conan Niederhauser, matching his career high. And then the Clippers get 11 from Jordan Miller. It was impressive to see 38 points from this bench unit, who once again held onto the ball well. Just 10 turnovers in this game and turned the 11 Wizard turnovers into 14 points. Clippers have now won 18 in a row against Washington in this building. In LA, I should say. This is the second straight win in this building over the Wizards, but impressive stuff for them. The biggest thing for the Clippers in this game is they just came away with the victory. That's what we have to do against Washington. Obviously, on a game in which they played maybe a little too close at times, a 1-point game there, Adam, but the result matters. Nobody looks at the box score. There's no net ratings in the NBA about style points. It's just about wins, and the Clippers have won 11 of their last 13.
Yeah, they got a little bit complacent out there. Maybe they've won too much lately. Hopefully that's not a bad habit that develops here. But give Washington credit. I thought George was very good in that third quarter. This is a guy who could be a future star in the league for them. This Clippers team, though, too much firepower from distance where they did almost all their damage in the fourth quarter,
Yeah.
Carlo. This is a team that, with Kawhi Leonard advancing his three-point shooting right now, knocking down 7, tying his career high. I'm just going to throw this out there right now.
Throw it out there.
We're about the halfway point of the season.
40 games.
Kawhi is going to break his career high for made threes
In a
game this year.
Oh, in a game
before this year is over. He's going to get
So
to 8.
7 today. You think he's getting to 8?
He's going to get to 8 at some point, and it's going to be a game where he goes 8 of 11 from 3 or something like that.
8 of 11. Okay. Daniel, clip this.
Even with those off-the-bounce three-pointers that he is taking, he looks more and more comfortable with it. And Kawhi probably had to play more than we wanted to see in the fourth quarter, but all's well that ends well. Kawhi helped put them away. The Clippers hold on. They've won 11 of 13, and they defended their home court once again.
Adam, you tweeted during the game you are very high on Yannick Conan Niederhauser.
Sounds like a drug. I'd said high on Yannick.
Okay, sorry. You're very high on Yannick. My bad. Well, I mean, what stood out to you today about the rookie? It just felt like he was doing everything right on both ends.
I mean, the similarities on the offensive end to DeAndre Jordan, just having that level of athleticism out there, and maybe, a notch below where DJ was at back when he was dunking on Brandon Knight at Staples Center. But Yannick can get up with ease, and his ability to rim protect and use his athleticism out there, use the skills he has or those natural innate talents that he has already. And this is a guy, we say it all the time, but while he's on the older side for a draft pick, he's on the younger side when it comes to basketball experience and how long he's actually been playing for.
Good point.
And that could be a benefit in some ways because he's still soaking everything up, and he's a sponge out there. But he has real traits where he can contribute now in some ways just because he's such a good athlete out there. And his rim protection, he had a couple of stellar blocks too tonight.
He did.
You can see it. And what can he build upon with this? Well, maybe at some point he gets to his outside shot, because that was something that was rumored to be talked about this past summer. And back when he was playing at Penn State, he does have a decent shooting stroke.
I like what the Kawhi Da Vinci Code commented on the YouTube side. Giannis, Yannick, same. I agree.
He'll get there.
I mean, he's
give it
19,
time.
Giannis,
his handle is impressive.
Giannis didn't look like Giannis when he got to the league.
No.
So I think give the guy a little grace, give him some time. Once again, a fantastic pick by Lawrence Frank, Trent Wren, Mark Hughes, as the Clippers continue to develop the young prospects. And the young prospects showed out today. The Clippers get Jordan Miller a double-double the first time in his career. Adam, 11 points and 10 rebounds. He was impressive. And now Jordan has scored in double figures for the Clippers, I believe, in 5 of the last 6 games.
I thought he was really good actually late in this game when they just needed some buckets just to bring this thing across the finish line. Jordan Miller was there. Unfortunately, Nico Batum hit a couple of threes in the corner earlier, and he couldn't relocate his shooting stroke from that same spot late. and the Clippers just had to pull this one out. But the consistency with Jordan Miller and how you can build confidence from game to game, you're seeing it right now. And it's just one more tool, one more guy that Coach Lue can rely upon. There was a play where it ended in a turnover late, but Kawhi Leonard was trying to run a little bit of two-man action for Jordan Miller. He's trusting some of the young guys. He trusted Kobe Sanders on Monday night when he was doubled. I'm going to kick it to one of the young guys. They can knock down a three-pointer. I think that trust, that's big moving forward when it could come down to, crunch time towards the end of the season, and we're talking about seeding implications.
Yeah, big trust among this Clipper team. They've won 11 of 13 now. Clippers will be on their way to Toronto. Adam, 3-game road trip. Put a number on it.
3-game road trip. I'm looking at 3-0 right now. Okay, how about I'll take 2-1 again.
Okay.
Since they just came off a trip where they went 2-1. That would be a successful road trip. That would be big for this team. Toronto is going to be a tough one. You mentioned they're playing good basketball. They won earlier tonight. Tip-off is at 4:30. Hope you brought your passport, Carlo. 3:30 pregame show. Clippers, Raptors on Friday after the Clippers get a little 2-game mini-series sweep here at Intuit Dome, winning tonight 119-105 over the Washington Wizards. Carlo, great call. Let's do it again on Friday.
Let's do it Friday, Adam.
Friday?
Shout out Daniel West, by the way.
Shout out Daniel West.
Go!
We all have a new lease on life now. Daniel West is back. Proof of life. Clippers win 119-105 over the Wizards. Coming up next, we will get to your post-game box score, second half highlights, and more. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
Thanks, Daniel.
Hey, you got it. Good to be back, y'all.
Good,
safe travel.
Good to have you.
Don't scare us again.
Adam, Clippers are a half game out of the 10 seed.
I thought they were earlier tonight, too. The answers. Oh, wait. Well, they do play them again Monday.
For your next Toyota car, truck, or SUV,
Thanks for covering for me, Carlo.
Toyota.com. We make it easy. Toyota.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We were in the last commercial and I couldn't stop in time.
I checked Allstate first.
I have
Insurance.
Speaks
Really
facts.
smart. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I left.
Yannick third quarter and then Kawhi fourth.
Not smart.
You'll be ready for Monday now. At least you get
He doesn't have his headset
Oh,
on.
and a semi just turned my
Okay.
dish into a thin crust.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first.
How's
for
everybody
full
doing in the
safety
chat?
secrets.
All right, now he
guys.
does. Go for it, Daniel.
All right, I got Yannick third and then Kawhi fourth.
American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northwest
Gotcha.
Illinois.
Thank you.
Coors Light presents To Chill, Not to Chill. When your friend gets your favorite song on the playlist. And the friendship.
Appreciate you guys.
Choose Chill because that song
This
lives
place is
rent
shutting
free
down
in your
early
head
tonight, it
anyway.
feels like.
And you planned ahead by
Everybody's
bringing
looking to get
Coors
out.
Light to the party. And the sound of that ice cold can cracking open with music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose Chill.
A win's a win, but I do like good habits and good process. And I'm a little bit disappointed because you're up by 24 and it's a 1-point game in the third quarter. I'm not going to be too harsh because they've won 11 of 13. If they had lost or they had won, 2 games in a row, okay.
Buyers sell your predictions all game long.
But
Trade
I
every
do
play with Robinhood.
this.
Visit
Every minute's meaningful to me.
Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures
So they were
include swaps
27
trading involves
27
significant
tonight.
risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood
Good shit.
LLC.
I can say that we're off the air.
Let's get back at it.
Love you.
This
Safe
is
travels.
LA Clippers basketball. Right here on the LA Clippers.
This is the
Audio
best job
Network.
ever. Clippers, winners of 11 of 13 after eventually coming through against the Washington Wizards here at Intuit Dome, 119-105. Welcome back in. I'm Adam Osland. This is your Clippers post-game show. Coming up, we'll get to your phone calls, 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570. You call in. You could get proof of life with Daniel West answering the phone back in Burbank, our producer there. We were a little bit worried about earlier today, but everything's fine. Just like we were a little bit worried about the Clippers in this ball game, only up by 1 in the third quarter. Speaking of, Clippers led by 19 at the half. It was 70-51. In the third quarter, Yannick Conan Niederhauser got loose.
Get the Beard finds space. Dribbling with the left hand. Lobs it up. Yannick Conan Niederhauser. A two-handed finish. What a dunk from Yannick. Twins in the lane. Lobs it up for Yannick. Broken up, but into the hands of Christie. Barrels down that Yannick. Right block hammer. Yannick Conan Niederhauser with a thunderous throwdown. Down the left alley. Harden leaves his feet with nowhere to go. Finds Yannick on the right block. Reverse layup. Yannick Conan Niederhauser's matched his career high with 16. He's got 8 1/4.
Yes, he did. The Clippers, though, at one point were only up by 1 in the quarter. The starters, they let go of the rope a little bit. But a Nico Batum three-pointer helped them entering the fourth as it was 96-89. Clippers up by 7 when it was just a one-point game. And then in the fourth quarter, Kawhi Leonard helped put this thing away from distance.
Dribbling with the right hand at the free throw line. Navigating the defense. Miller finds Kawhi straight away. Fires the three and sticks it. 22 for Kawhi Leonard. He has scored 20 at least in now 22 straight games. Finds Miller, attacks the free throw line. Kicks it Kawhi. Checks his feet. Fires the three and buries it. 27. Clippers up 12. We approach the halfway point of the fourth. Kawhi straight away three. Online and money. Harden to Kawhi left wing, rises for three, and knocks it down. Kawhi Leonard, inevitable, 33 points tonight, and the Clippers up 12.
Kawhi had 14 of his eventual 33 points in the fourth quarter, went 7 of 11 from 3. Most threes or ties most threes he's ever made in a ball game at 7. Clippers win 119-105. They led by as many as 24. It was down to 1 in the third quarter. They end up winning by 14, thanks to 14 from Kawhi in the fourth quarter. Quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll get your phone calls, 866-987-2570, 866-987-2570. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to your Clippers postgame show here on the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. How dare people come in here and try to act like I haven't been up on Yannick going back.
What?
Going back to Summer League. How dare they, Mike?
What?
With its striking design, a trail conquering Tacoma 4x4, or an
T-Bots?
adventurous RAV4.
What year is it?
So hurry into your Toyota dealer. The time
Don't
to drive
speak
home
that
your
into
Toyota
existence.
is here. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Yeah, I'm surprised the chat's not. We don't need Zubats anymore. We have Yannick.
Oh, no, they are. It's like they moved from we don't need Zubats. We have Lopez, and now Lopez was really bad in the second half. So now it's okay. We have Yannick. We don't need anybody but Yannick.
They can't make up their mind.
It's overreactions left and right every game. By some. Not all. But y'all are going to make me go back to that life I didn't want to have, which is being the receipts master. And I think I'm going to have to bring up some tweets from Summer League that I talked about with Yannick.
And when you've got to be there to catch all
Sorry,
the
guys.
sights, sounds, and styles in person, Ticketmaster's got you covered. As the official ticket marketplace of the LA Clippers and the NBA, Ticketmaster has tickets available to every game. Even if you're making a last-minute
What you guys know about this?
Ticketmaster's got you
What you guys
covered.
know about my
And when
Summer
you're in
League
the building,
episodes
you don't
where I was
just
talking
see the
about
highlights,
Yannick
you feel
post game all the
that
time?
no-look pass that makes
The
crowd
dunk with that
gasp,
handle to get there from
that
Yannick.
rattles the rim and shakes the arena, that buzzer beater that has
Don't
everyone
think I
on their
forgot.
feet.
This was
And
July
even if the
14th
fit checks off the court,
of last
maybe you
year.
do a double take. So throw on your jersey, grab your crew, and lock in your tickets.
That was against
at
the Lakers.
Ticketmaster today, because nothing beats being able to say you were there. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
Y'all can join me on the Yannick bandwagon if you want.
They're gone.
But trust me,
Ticketmaster.com
I've been here.
/Clippers.
I've been
And we'll
dangerously
see
high
you
on Yannick.
courtside, LA.
Back to more LA Clippers basketball.
Take us with you on the iHeartRadio app.
Right here on the LA Clippers Audio Network.
Clippers win 119-105 over the Wizards here at Intuit Dome. Clippers are the hottest team in the NBA. They've won 11 of 13, and they have now improved to 17-23 on the season after this victory. Remember when Coach Lou said we want to go 35-20 the rest of the way? Since then, they have won 11 of 13. I'm Adam Mosland. This is your post-game show. You guys going to give Coach Lou any credit for that? Clippers winners of 11 of their last 13. They finished shooting 47% from the field in this one, 38% from the outside. Washington just 26% from three. What does that mean? In all 11 of these victories in the last 13 games, the Clippers have outshot their opponents from three. Mainly due to Kawhi Leonard hitting half of their three-pointers. 7 of their 14 makes from the outside was from the Claw in this one, who led them with 33 points on 9 of 22 shooting, but 7 of 33 from the outside. You're 9 of 22, but your 22 takes turned into 33 points. He was still efficient out there. Went 8 of 8 from the free throw line. Clippers 27 of 27 at the charity stripe. It ain't pretty, it ain't sexy, but it was only behind 2 other ball games ever in franchise history when it came to most free throws without a miss. Back in 1975, they made 30 of 30 free throws. I think that said 75. Is that true? Maybe Buffalo Braves? 1970. I can't read Joey's. He's a doctor with his handwriting. Okay, back in 2025 against Milwaukee, I remember this. They went 28 of 28 from the free throw line. Tonight, 27 of 27. James Harden, 10 of 10. As I mentioned, Kawhi Leonard, 8 of 8. Kobe Sanders, 2 of 2. Brook Lopez, 2 of 2. Chris Dunn, 2 of 2. Yannick Conan, Niederhauser, he goes 2 of 2. There's other ways to win a ball game. Clippers, again, just 10 turnovers. Now, a lot of those coming in the second half of this game because in the first half, they had just 3. Clippers got a little bit sloppy. Their offense hit the skids a little bit. They were settling for a lot of three-pointers in the second half. But, hey, they still shot 14 of 37. That's 38% from 3. And Kawhi tied his career high with 7 made three-pointers, and the Clippers win 119-105. Over a Washington team that shot just 46% from the field. Not bad. 10 of 38, though, from the outside. And they were 13 of 17 at the charity stripe. And their 11 turnovers, the Clippers turned that into 14 points. Washington was led by, remember this name, Keyshawn George, I think I saw him on NBA TV yesterday, and he was making a case for the player that he can be, making an all-star game. George had 23 points. I want to say 11 of them came in that third quarter when they made that run. So they have some talent, even without Trae Young right now. Even with Alex Sarr getting ejected because he got his second technical on a technicality. You throw the ball down like that, it's an automatic tech after a blown whistle. Clippers win 119-105 here at Intuit Dome outside of Los Angeles. We are leaving you until Friday when the Clippers are in Toronto taking on the Raptors. Pregame show starting at 3:30. I'm Adam Moslem. Talk to you then. In LA, it is Clippers Talk next.
This has been LA Clippers Locker Room.
The official recap of Clippers hoops.
Oh,
yes, Jokic has had some big games against Zubats. He's one of the best players I've ever seen. Zubats also at the same time. Zubats is also the best one-on-one defender against Jokic in the league. It is proven. Could you turn down the station a little bit?
Clippers on the free. Download it now. iHeartRadio.
Both things can be true,
When you
kids.
look at a Ford F-150,
Zubats has been cooked by Jokic because everybody has, and he's also the best one-on-one defender against Jokic in the league. It's a proven fact. In fact, I can bring up some of the numbers if you want. And Jokic put up pretty minimal playoff numbers against him in that series. I know you'll say, well, he still had averaged a triple-double. It's like, look at what he did in that playoff series last year while playing more minutes per game versus what he averaged during the regular season. Jokic did not have a big playoff series relative to what he can do. Why? Avisa Zubats. This was coming into last season, defending Jokic one-on-one in isolation or in the post. He was only scoring 0.68 points per possession against Avisa Zubats. The next best guy was Nurkic, which was at 1 point per possession. That was coming into last season. Jokic has done more damage since, but that was 5 years worth of data. So I'm not hearing the
So throw on your jersey.
Didn't Jokic score 55 on him before? It's like, yeah, it's Jokic. He's amazing.
Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Clippers.
He's approaching, I don't know, top 10 player ever.
Ticketmaster.com/Clippers. And we'll see you courtside, LA.
With Progressive customer service, there are lots of ways to connect with us. So you
No,
never
Kenyon.
have to miss a second of your favorite sport.
You proved to be a troll again, so time out for you.
124 times in 48
You can be the best defender against Jokic and still have some bad games against him. You could hold down Jokic in a series and you could still lose that series.
Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone.
But Zubac was one of the biggest reasons they were in the series. And they should have won the series.
Welcome in to Clippers Talk.
Daniel, we go into
the
11?
Official postgame show of the Clippers.
Yep, this one goes to 11.
Audio network.
Cool.
Load up the phones and make your feelings known. Now your host for Clippers Talk, it's Adam Osley.
Clippers led by as many as 24. That lead was down to 1 in the third quarter here at Intuit Dome against the Wizards. But the Clippers pull away late to win 119-105 over Washington. Welcome in. I'm Adam Osland. It is Clippers Talk here on AM 570 LA Sports. 866-987-2570. 866-987-2570. Somebody rented out Intuit Dome, is playing the jams here, and we'll just have to push through it. After Kawhi Leonard led them with 33 points, where he had 14 of those 33 in the fourth quarter, and believe it or not, the Clippers needed them because it was only a 7-point game heading into the fourth. Do I think the Clippers should have put this team away earlier? Yes. When you won 11 of 13, am I going to be overly harsh because they didn't put pedal to metal or belt to buckle? Yeah. I'll let it slide. They got them again on Monday in D.C. They cannot lose to them Monday. Look, bad losses happen. Believe it or not, the Denver Nuggets last season lost to Washington twice. And I think both games they had Jokic. But the Clippers, this would have been their worst loss of the season, honestly, given the state they had been in the last few weeks if they let this game get away. It was too close for comfort. You're up 19 in the first half. I would have loved to see more killer instinct from this team. But they definitely looked a little bit gassed and going through the motions after they were up 70-51, 24 minutes in. In that third quarter, at one point, after George was getting loose against them, after Vukcevic went off and had like 10 points in 2 minutes, it got dicey. It got so dicey that it was a 1-point game at 89-88 with 1:54 left in the third quarter. Clippers by 1 after Vukcevic hit a three-pointer and started cooking. Now, Clippers are without Zubac, are without John Collins, but they also, without those guys, were up by 24. So what happened? I thought they started settling a lot for three-pointers in the third quarter. Only one of their first 8 shots was a 2-point shot in the third. Now, they ended up shooting 14 of 37. That's 38%. And that's not crazy volume, 37. But a lot of it seemed to come later in the game. In fact, until Kobe Sanders hit a 2-pointer late in the fourth quarter, all their makes were threes and free throw line attempts. It just seemed like they got away from their offense a little bit, maybe played with their food a little bit tonight. 1-point game with 1:54 left in the third quarter. James Harden got a floater to go. Giannis caught a lob from him. Nico Batum hit a three-pointer, and it was a 7-point game then heading into the fourth. They got enough distance. They did enough. They still weren't great. I didn't like a lot of the process offensively in the fourth quarter. It was, hey, Kawhi, bail us out. Hit another three-pointer. Kawhi heading into the fourth had made 3 threes. He would hit 4 for 12 of his 14 points in that fourth quarter. The other 2 at the free throw line. Kawhi is turning into a dead-eye, off-the-bounce three-point shooter, though. It is impressive to watch. He worked on it this summer. He said the only real way you can work on it, though, is in-game, and said, this is going to be a process for me. There may be games where I go 0 for 12, and it can't matter. One step back to take 2 steps forward, where there's really not been one step back for him so far. He had one game where he went 0 of 8 from 3. Outside of that, he shot it pretty well overall. Tonight, 7 of 11 from 3. Amazing, amazing talent and hard worker. And refining his game and changing his game at the age of 34 to adapt to the new NBA, and for a team that has been bad overall from beyond the arc, Kawhi doing this, crazy. Some of the shots he hit tonight, like the reason he does it, one of the reasons is you can't defend these step-back shots. There's nothing you can do against Kawhi in these situations. He's too big, too strong. It's an unguardable shot. It's what James Harden has had in his arsenal forever. But Kawhi's doing it right now at high volume with good efficiency. It is really, really staggering and amazing to watch him perform like this. Clippers win 119-105 over the Wizards. We'll take your phone calls when we get back. 866-987-2570. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to Clippers Talk here on AM 570 LA Sports. Y2 Kenyon, all you do is troll and say a bunch of wild, ridiculous stuff, and every once in a while I give you a timeout and you act like it's the end of the world. You want to talk about soft?
I think we're going to have this music all the way through the show. Because if you look at that clock on the on the basket, it's 52 minutes.
I'm sure they paid good money.
Yep.
It's pretty awesome. It's kids' basketball game going on. Bitty ball. That's what we called it.
Buckets.
Kawhi deserves to be an all-star, guys. Get out and vote, please. I think it's the last day. Vote. 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 Kawhi, Harden, I want both in the all-star game. Not just one. I want to get greedy and get 2. It's at Intuit Dome.
Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm going to make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on.
You guys having fun with the Y2 name. Daniel, anybody calling? I was texting you. Your phone working yet?
What was that?
Is your phone working?
Yeah.
I was texting you.
Back to more Clippers basketball.
Take us with you on the iHeartRadio app.
Right here on the LA Clippers Audio Network.
Clippers win over the Wizards 119-105 here at Intuit Dome. Welcome back. I'm Adam Osland. It is Clippers Talk, the official post-game show of your LA Clippers. You can get to me at follow Adam A. But you can call 866-987-2570. James Harden with 22 points on the win, but just 5 of 17. However, he went 10 of 10 at the charity stripe and only had 2 turnovers to 8 assists. Last time out, he had 10 assists to 1 turnover Monday against Charlotte. Tonight did look like in the second half at times they were going through the motions a little bit. They also had different guys out there. They played a lot of young guys. Cam Christie was playing in the first half. They're down, not just Zubats, but John Collins. Yes, Zubats was missed. I thought Brook Lopez was pretty good in the first half, but that third quarter was rough. It wasn't just him. But every starter ended up a minus except for Kawhi Leonard tonight. It was the bench, like Nico Batum being a plus 26. Yannick being plus 14. Jordan Miller plus 21. Cam Christie plus 17. Single game plus minus, individual stat numbers doesn't always tell the story, but it felt like that at times because the reason a lot of the starters ended up being a minus is because what happened in that third quarter. You're up 19, and they go on that huge run with the starters on the floor for the Clippers. But Kawhi helped shut the door. He came out around the 5-minute mark in the third quarter and then came back to start the fourth. And the Clippers eventually win by 14 thanks to 14 from Kawhi in the fourth. And I see people in the chat saying, well, Kawhi doesn't play hero ball. Kawhi doesn't do that. Kawhi, he's an ISO scorer still. He will go one-on-one or one-on-two. And he's been playing more hero ball with just getting shots up against good defense because he's working on his three-point shot. He's doing exactly what he told the media and us. That's what he was going to do. He made it very clear. So if you're wondering why Kawhi was changing his game and taking some of these shots, and we had our friend Jamil from Pasadena and I get into a little bit of debate about it last week or 2 weeks ago. It's like Kawhi is extending his range, changing his game, evolving, and honestly, it's beautiful to watch a player of his caliber change his game this late into his career. We've seen he's had a couple of his best three-point shooting seasons later in his career. He's gotten better there. Obviously, Steph Curry's still doing what he's always been doing. But different guys, you have to evolve your game, especially if you're losing burst, athleticism. Well, Kawhi's always been a very good shooter, obviously. Even from three. He just hasn't taken them at volume. Like, if you look at 2016, I want to say he finished top 3 in MVP voting with San Antonio. Might have finished second that year. I believe he shot 44% from three. And he was, at that time, their number one option, the number one guy. That was really the first season that he became that guy. Yeah, it was 44% from three in that 2015-2016 season from San Antonio where he averaged 21 per game. But he was only taking 4 3-pointers per game. Well, right now he's taking 7 per game. And he's shooting 39%. So, yes, the efficiency's down a little bit, but he's not just taking catch-and-shoot threes anymore. He's taking them off the bounce. It's a way more difficult shot and way more difficult to defend. So, for him to be doing this and shooting a good efficiency level, over 38% on off-the-bounce threes, step backs, relocate sidestep threes, that is extremely difficult. And he's always been one of the most skilled players. He came into the league. He didn't have a ton of offense, not like this. He made his bones on the defensive end. But he's just one of the hardest workers and continues to be at the age of 34. Very proud to see Kawhi commit to, I'm going to take these shots. Regardless of the results, I have to take them. I have to get better in this area. Eventually it will happen. Well, it hasn't been at the detriment to the Clippers really at all. It's been helping them. Him make this tweak. He's had one game where he went 0 of 8 against Golden State and they still won by 1. That was the Kobe Sanders game where he got the start for James Harden. Outside of that, yeah, he's had a 6 for 16 game. That's still 38%. That was the most threes he's ever taken. I mean, that tells you what time he's on, what he's trying to do. This volume is incredible. He's taking 9 per game right now in January and shooting 39% from three. Tonight, 7 of 11, 64% from three. Washington's not a good ball club. They're not trying to win. The guys out there are, but they're not exactly optimizing the lineup with the best guys. Trae Young is not available yet, and a lot of people suspect that he could be. But to hold on to their top 8 protected pick, they need to finish top 8 in the lottery. They're not going to risk losing that pick in a year with the draft this deep for a rebuilding team. Of course you're going to do that. If it finishes 9th, it goes to New York. It's similar to the situation with the Utah Jazz. Theirs is top 8 protected. If it goes 9th, it goes to OKC. Yeah, these teams aren't exactly trying to win games as much as they are trying to build something with their youth movement. You're going to lose games doing that, and it pays to lose right now to hold on to your first-round pick. So I get it. I think it's smart. Clippers, though, they don't have their first-round pick. They have no reason to lose. But since starting off 6-21, they've won 11 of 13. And have beaten some good competition along the way. So if you want to discount, well, tonight it was Washington. Who cares, okay? They beaten Houston. They beaten Detroit fully loaded here at Intuit Dome. They were healthy in that game. They beat them, yes, on the road recently. They weren't healthy then, but they beat Detroit healthy. Best team in the East right now, record-wise. So it's not fool's gold. It's just more of what we expected to start the season, and eventually it came late with this crew. Kawhi got hurt early, missed 10 games. Bradley Beal's out for the year. DJ's out. I mean, they had so many things thrown at them at once that disrupted their plans to start the season with injuries. But I will say it was more than just injuries. And I don't know if it was CP3 stuff. They shouldn't have been as bad as they were. They shouldn't have been that bad. If you told me coming into the season they had those injuries, I would have said, okay, they're like 500. They were well below that. So they got a lot of work to do still at 17-23. But if they get back to 500 before the All-Star break, and that's very possible, Clippers are in good shape. They get back to 500 in the next couple of weeks with the way they're playing. And they have one of the easier schedules left in the NBA. So you can say, well, they're playing Washington. Well, they're on the schedule. Yeah, you play them twice. They've played a lot of tough teams already. So I'm proud of the group, and I'm in awe of what Kawhi Leonard's been doing with altering his game like this. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back looking for post-game audio from Coach Lou. I'm Adam Oslin. Clippers win 119-105 here at Intuit Dome over the Wizards, and you're listening to Clippers Talk here on AM 570 LA Sports.
When you look at a Ford F-150, you'll see
Phone's working, Daniel?
A great adventure.
Yeah, Alan just called in as we're heading to break.
Oh, nice.
Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job.
With that kind of versatility,
Alan from the Swell.
His best-selling truck for
Alan from the Swell
and counting.
Nice.
The 2025 Ford.
It should post something
From California's
probably before we get
best-selling
off air
truck
from
brand.
Coach Lou.
Ford.
In a new light.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the normal.
Looking for post-game comments, guys.
Thanks to Sky Rizzi. Rizzi isn't that Rizzi.
Quick timeout here.
150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Sky Rizzi, most people saw 90%.
Yeah, I don't make any excuses for how bad the record was because that's more than just injuries. They shouldn't have been that bad. They shouldn't have been.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrich.
So-
Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them will occur.
Got to be honest about that.
For infections and tuberculosis, tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms.
Got to be honest about they shouldn't have been in a one-point game tonight after you're up 24. They do have to have more killer instinct. Now, we had just seen it against Detroit and against Charlotte. Against Charlotte, it was a 2-point game with 6 minutes left Monday night, and the Clippers said enough, and they flipped the switch. I wish we saw that tonight. It didn't really happen. They did enough to pull away in the fourth, but it wasn't dramatic
Unfortunately,
like it was against Detroit and against Charlotte. That's okay. The overall trend is all positive. But these are the little things I monitor along the way. Even during wins, it matters how you play. Even during losses, it matters how you play. You can play well and lose. You can play poorly and win.
Basketball.
Take us with you on the iHeartRadio app.
Right here on the LA Clippers Audio Network.
Clippers win 119-105 here at Intuit Dome over the Washington Wizards. A team that was down by 24 in the first half, down by 19 at the half, that had it to within 1 late in the third quarter. Clippers made a run to be up by 7 heading into the fourth, and they won by 14 as Kawhi dropped 14 points and hit 4 threes in the fourth quarter on him. I'm Adam Moslin. It's Clippers Talk, 866-987-2570. Alan calling from the Swell. Alan, one of the regulars here. Alan, what's up?
I'm really enjoying listening to techno Adam right now. I know you love that music so much.
What type of music is this? What genre is this? Dance hall?
I just said techno.
Techno?
I don't know.
Doom, doom. Techno's more just doom, 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 doom. It's like a 4/4 beat though the entire time. It's like a house, ethereal.
House.
I don't know. Continue though, Alan. I'm trying.
Reminds me of dancing in Thailand in the 80s. But, there's not so much.
Hey, did you like season 3 of White Lotus?
There you go. That's it.
I'm sorry, I'll continue.
That's okay. Just something you hate talking about, which is spacing. And I know Zoo didn't play, but I've just noticed, and I don't know if you've noticed this, it seems like since he's come back, he's screening out more, and it almost is like they are trying to kind of Lopez him a little bit. He doesn't seem down on the block as much. There don't seem to be quite as many entry passes. And I know, that it would be nice to see, that kind of block scoring, but I don't know if you've noticed this. It's just something I was thinking about.
I think most of the spacing stuff is overblown. I mean, there's something to it because obviously Brook Lopez is a three-point shooter. He was tonight just 1 of 6, and last game I think he went 3 of 6, but before that he was 8 for 43 after the game in Portland where he hit 8 3-pointers. And there have been times where teams aren't respecting his shot from the outside, which to me, that's not helping create spacing if he's not hitting. And teams aren't respecting it because they just play off of him. But overall, he has the reputation. He's been about a 37% three-point shooter for years now since he adjusted his game. There's a good example of guys adjusting their games in the new NBA, and Brook is a success case, a success story there. I think a lot of the spacing stuff is overblown. It's not that there's nothing to it. I just think people put way too much into it because, they went 6-0 with Brook Lopez. It's like, and he had some bad games out there, and the Clippers were just lights out from 3, and Kawhi Leonard was on this tear, and he's also been on a tear with Ivica Zubac. Like last time out, he had 19 points in the third quarter alone. And then tonight, is Yannick Conan Niederhauser a spacer? Because Kawhi did most of his damage with him out there in the fourth quarter. Like, does that mean he's a spacer? No. It's just Kawhi's in a groove. James Harden's been in a groove at times, and the Clippers started hitting shots when they were missing all these open shots earlier in the season. So I think it's people put too much into it, or they're looking for the reason, and it's just an oversimplification. Be like, well, Brook was starting and Zubac was out, so that must be it. It's like, all these other things started happening. John Collins started hitting shots from the outside because he was due. He has continued to hit them with Ivica Zubac back. Is that spacing? No, I think some guys just got hot at that time.
I know, and I take your point, and I follow you on Twitter, of course, and I keep posting pictures of myself looking like the captain. But I agree with you. I just think it looks like the Clippers are taking that in, and they're keeping Zoo out a little further. That's all I'm really saying. And I love Yannick's game tonight. He was. His arms are like longer somehow than they appear. He's doing slam dunks from like way far out. It's kind of fantastic and energetic to watch.
No, yeah, Yannick is an athletic freak, and if you look at his combine numbers, he was by far the most athletic center, but he was one of the top, just in general, had one of the best vertical leaps out there at the combine versus anybody. And to do it at 7 feet tall, it's special. So I appreciate the phone call, Alan. Yannick's an exciting player, guys. A lot of tonight, though, was I think 6 of his 7 makes were dunks. But he had a layup going left early on in the first half when he first came in. That was special. He has a handle, and he has, I think, because all the research I've done with him at Penn State, his teammates said he's actually the best shooter on the team. He just doesn't do it. And, you can box him in or pigeonhole him to being a rim defender and a rim runner. But I think there's a much higher ceiling to Yannick. And it's funny, before he had 16 the last time, where people started to get a little bit higher on Yannick, as I am, people were saying, well, they should have gone with Cockbrenner. They should have gone Cockbrenner. And then he had 16 points in the game like he did tonight. And people immediately flip and say, you know what? I see the vision now with Yannick. It's that simple sometimes. People see it in one game. And you definitely saw it tonight. He's a special talent. He has some traits that can already help you. Problem is he's not great in the pick and roll defensively. He's not always in the right position on the block. That will come with time. He still is young in basketball years playing the game. But, yeah, the Swiss Miss was out there tonight with him and Keyshawn George. Clippers win 119-105 over the Wizards here at Intuit Dome. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll get to more of your phone calls. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Dance Hall special of Clippers Talk here at Intuit Dome on AM 570 LA Sports. Oh, this is my jam.
It's like they can lower the volume on this like half and still get the effect that they're looking for.
Toyota makes the vehicles. You make it yours.
I can't do anything with this.
Bed rack and a tent in the back. I have it lifted 2.25 inches in the front, 1 inch in the back. I can go over speed bumps in those off-roading trails. It makes it feel like nothing.
Now it's easier than ever to modify your Toyota at your local Toyota dealer. We're partnering with leading accessory brands like ARB, Fox, Rigid, Rhino, and more, so you can customize with confidence.
My favorite spot that I've taken it to is where Colorado and Wyoming and Utah touch. It's a blue ribbon river, which means the fly fishing is incredible.
From suspension upgrades to roof racks, modify your Toyota truck or SUV at your local Toyota dealer just the way you want, with warranted custom work. Or shop online at toyota.com/accessories. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Clippers fans, watching from the couch is fine, but the real show, that's in the arena. And when you've got to be there to catch all the sights, sounds, and styles in person, Ticketmaster's got you covered.
I just can't do it anymore with the sports guru. Like, it's just the same thing every day, day after day, or game after game. It's just like, man, move on. I know you have to make it about, oh no, Lopez started the process to save face because, well, your argument doesn't look as good as it used to. Even you said maybe I was too harsh on Zubats. Even you said that. It's just, but the same thing over and over again in the chat, man. It's so tired. Play it out, please. I know you have an agenda. You don't like Zubats. You don't like Coach Lou. You've made that very clear. But if all you do is say the same thing over and over again, it's like, what's the point? You're never changing your mind.
We'll see you courtside, LA.
Back to more LA Clippers basketball.
Take us with you on the iHeartRadio app.
Right here on the LA Clippers Audio Network.
Clippers win 119-105 over the Washington Wizards here at Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Osland. Welcome back in. The music stopped. Nope. Beat dropped. 866-987-2570. Mike in LA, a regular here on Clippers Talk. Mike, what's up? Hi, Mike.
Yeah, what music is that in the background? That's not typical for the show.
It's got kind of a Gangnam Style beat to it, which I do like.
Yeah, it does. Well, I mean, I guess after we pull out a win. I agree with you. Getting it down to 1 point was way too close. But for everybody who says, well, it's just against the Wizards, when you're a team that at one point in the season was, 6-21, there's no team in the NBA. Well, it's just them. Every team is, the Clippers have shown that they are capable of losing to every team in the NBA pretty much this year. So that makes every win an important win and a good win. I also really like your take on. I mean, I agree with it. Your take on Kawhi. What he's doing at this stage in his career is really just remarkable. And I hope he stays healthy, and I hope the streak continues because we deserve to see this. We deserve to see this, and we deserve to see this continue. This is just fun. Kawhi's playing great. You get to see, some of the young guys, flash their chops. And let's just keep this going.
All right, Mike, appreciate the phone call. 866-987-2570. Yeah, that's why I don't want to be a buzzkill and be too harsh on a team that still won the game convincingly in the end. I'm not going to ask for perfection when you've won 11 of 13. It was a little bit disappointing and a little bit dicey. 24-point lead is down to 1. Okay? That was a little bit scary. But Kawhi looked great late. And while the process wasn't amazing, they also had young guys out there, a lot of them tonight. Wasn't just Jordan Miller and Kobe Sanders, Cam Christie and Yannick. So you have to expect some of the issues on offense to be because of that. It's a little bit understandable. Jamil, my friend calling from Pasadena. Jamil, what's up?
How you doing, Adam, man? Hope everything is going well with you, brother.
Same with you.
Thank you, brother. I heard my name, so I had to pop up like Candyman on y'all, man. I always say Beetlejuice, but I'm of a little darker hue, so I'll just say Candyman,
They did a remake of that, too.
Oh, my. I didn't watch it. I didn't like it. Hey, but I think, Adam, I think tonight they played down to the competition based on the fact that, losing John and losing Avicii like they did, especially John, game time decision, in game beginning scratch or whatever, game starting scratch. I think that kind of just threw guys into roles that they have to get acclimated to for the first part of the game, second part of the game. And, it took a little bit of hero ball, not hero ball, but a lot of heroic efforts from Kawhi. But nonetheless, I think that with these games, this helps build our camaraderie with the whole entirety of our roster. Kobe Brown, I don't know what they're doing with him, but I think that this helps us establish ourselves with the full roster, so that way when we need guys, they can just fulfill roles and come in when we need them.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jamil. Appreciate the phone call. 866-987-2570. 866-987-2570. Honestly, it's like the music has gotten louder, actually. Maybe they could still hear me at the beginning, and they were like, we got to drown this guy out. Who's 50 rows up. He's a madman. He's talking to people in a chat. Some guy named Sports Guru who will fight to the death that he's right about something that nobody cares about. That Quentin in LA. Quentin, what's up? You're on Clippers Talk with Adam Oslin.
Okay, Adam. I haven't called in probably about a month. I've just been listening to you, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm disappointed, and the reason why I'm disappointed is because we are Clipper fans. Okay, we do not wear capes for any individual player. Every time I listen to you, you are arguing with somebody defending Ivica Zubac. Instead of now you do appreciate the win, but you are putting way too much energy into defending Zubac.
Well, Quentin, can I tell you why? Can I tell you why, Quentin? Because people are putting too much energy into downplaying Ivica Zubac and wanting to trade him. And I think the false narrative gets to me after a while. I don't like false narratives in sports, and I see this as one. But I've also made it very clear, Quentin, I'm not a stand for anybody. If you make a Godfather offer, anybody is available on this Clippers team, including Ivica Zubac, because it's Clippers first.
Okay, okay, that's fine. But man, it's like I've been listening, and I'm stoked because our team is coming together, and we're winning. In some games it's Zeus, some games it's Lopez. I don't care who it is that's playing good for us. But every time I listen to you, you're reading the comments and you're going at it with fans over Aziz Zubac, and I'm like, dude, what is going on here?
Well, it's probably because, Quentin, I'm being inundated with hundreds of comments in the chat. I don't know if you've ever watched on the YouTube side, but it can get a little bit out of control. But if that many people are talking about it, Quentin, it's hard for me not to address it to some degree either, right?
Okay, but Adam, what difference does it make if they're attacking Zubac? As long as we're winning, as long as the Clippers are winning NBA basketball games, what difference does it make?
Well, I would say the same for the same reason that you don't like people, talking about stuff like this when the Clippers are winning. I don't like the negativity when they're winning either. I don't like guys being attacked when they're winning ball games. Can't we just celebrate the wins? Why do we have to be divisive?
Okay. All right, Adam. Well, hopefully we get this win on Monday. You have a good night, son.
All right, Quentin. Appreciate the phone call. Look, it's a big talking point with Clipper Nation right now, and I get it to a degree. And I've said many times, nobody is untouchable on this team that is still 17-23. As much as I love this squad, if you can make the Clippers better, as we talked about a lot when they were 6-21, you have to make everybody available. Nobody is above the name on the front of the jersey. So that's where I'm coming from. James in Mission Viejo. James, what's up?
Hey, Adam. I was at the game tonight. It's a great time just hanging out with some friends. And I just want to shout out their young guys, Miller, Sanders, and Yannick, just because they really stepped up today. I just want us all be, as you said, be united in this win and just be celebrating,
Yeah, I'm with you. And maybe, I've been giving the chat too much love and too much attention because when people call in, they don't act a fool like people in the chat do. But that's just the internet. That's how it goes. But
Yeah, I mean, I've never been on the chat, but this is my first time calling, and I just wanted to just highlight, we had some guys out today, and it was just great to see the young guys really step up.
yeah, they got it done in the end. It got a little bit sketchy. 1 point game in the third quarter, and I appreciate you calling in, James. Become a regular here. But the Clippers still win 119-105, and Kawhi Leonard had 33 and 14 of them in the fourth quarter and looks like a top 5 player. Mio says I don't give him any love in the chat. Mio, I'm giving you love right now. I just brought up your name. Clippers going back out on the road. May not be much love for them in Toronto, although Kawhi is going to be out there, and they always give him a hero's welcome with what he did for them in 2019. So I take that back. Tip-off is at 4:30, pregame show at 3:30. Before we get out of here, I do want to thank the Clippers organization, Ralph Lawler, Brian Seaman, Noah Eagle, Carlo Jimenez on the call. Your brother Jake Warner, what's up? Back here in the bank, we had Daniel West, and here at Intuit Dome, we had David Bartley. Daniel West, glad you are okay. Joey Kimball, our statistician, thank you. Shout out Chris Taylor as well. I'm Adam Oslin. We'll talk to you guys on Friday.
Clippers talk is over,
but it's going on your feed, right?
All right,
Thank you, Daniel.
One time on Friday.
the show you can follow it wherever you podcast.
I listen on the iHeartRadio
Yeah, I
app.
get it, guys. A lot of it's just casuals and trolls. But there are people that are talking about Ivica Zubac's being traded. That's a real report out there about the Boston Celtics and stuff, so it's topical. If it's topical, I want to talk about it. And the whole Zubac versus Lopez thing, I've been trying to diffuse it, but maybe I have been giving it too much oxygen.
Guaranteed human.
That's why I was trying to have sports guru talk about anything else for once in here because he gets on the same wavelength every single time. He will not back down. That's why a lot of people have him blocked on Twitter. A lot of people were talking to him today. Tomer was like, what is this debate? And I'm like, welcome to my world. That's all I hear in the chat. And a lot of people are serious about it. Definitely were during the 6-game winning streak. People were going crazy, saying some wild stuff. So, appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you on Friday. Daniel, glad you're okay.